The final round of the British Open Class 500cc Championship here at Foxhill's Motor Park just outside Swindon in Wiltshire. Well, the tension really mounts because this man, number 10, going for the number 1 plate, Jeremy Watley, is here to do his stuff today. And there is Jeremy talking to Robbie Herring, who indeed is his nearest competitor here today, riding the 250 bike. This really is something that we'll have to look out for. Jeremy Watley leads the riders onto the line for the start of Moto 1, with Paul Malin there following in second place. There's third place man onto the line, number 8. That's Brian Wheeler from Watley Under Edge. Brian coming good in the latter part of the season. Alongside him there was Mervyn Anstey, and of course, you may remember last year Mervyn Anstey had a battle here with Kurt Nichols. 77 there, along with 16 Paul Coward and Ryan Hunt. As the gate drops, they go down that hill for the first time. It looks like Anstey that got the legs on the rest. It's clear at the moment, nobody down, up over the bump into the left-hander for the first time. It's Anstey that leads. Anstey, there's a bit of a pile up there. We've got 1 or 2 gone down. Coyley's in there, Higgs, Rennie Smith and Barry Johnson. But it's Anstey that leads at the moment from, well, it's Malin, number 4, Paul Malin, the Kawasaki kid, on the back door of the ES, number 2 of Mervyn Anstey. Anstey came in, Watley's there in third, and Herring fourth, Gerard Smith fifth. There is Wheeler, and behind Wheeler it's Matt Bates, Shepherd, Neil Shepherd, the newly upgraded schoolboy into the adult ranks for the first time this year, and he's having a ride, he'll remember. They come through. There's Gerard Smith, the Burley Northerner, down the hill. Fourth place, gets the board, but Herring now has taken the lead, taking the 250cc Silkerline Honda into the lead. Number 3 on the bike. Looks like it could well be number 2, or he may even make number 1 for next year. Watley still there in second. We lost Malin. He made a mistake, went off the track into the ropes, allowed Herring through into the lead. Watley second as the rest of the pack come through. That's Eastwood. That's Mark Eastwood, number 9. Herring coming through. How does that bike outpower the 500s around the hills here at Foxhill's Motor Park? Well, we don't know. Robbie says it's all in the right hand. But we suspect that there's more under that petrol tank than meets the eye. Herring, currently leading the British 125 and the 250 Championship, has a slim chance of taking this Open Class Championship today from this man, number 10, the Action Workshop rider, Jeremy Watley. Herring in front. This is Smith, number 12, Gerard Smith. He again a rider that tends to come good nearer the end of the season. Anstey, he was battling here last year for that possible number 1 plates, but it's the turn of Herring this year. Number 9, Eastwood, down the hill on the Honda. That's Wheeler. Brian Wheeler, number 8, on the Gordon Jones Sprite Alloys KTM. Well, here's the man that's had not too good fortune over the last few rounds, Jamie Dobb, number 7, on the Mitsui 250 Yamaha. Looks as if those bars have dropped a bit. Bates at the moment with Stewie Coyle. Coyle, one of those accident victims on that first corner, but he's making his way through the pack like a hot knife through butter. Young Stewie Coyle, the South Walian. Shepherd there, 1-2-1. This young lad's having the ride of his life. The leading schoolboy at the moment in this first race, 25 minutes plus the 2 laps. Herring takes the win there. A good win for Robbie Herring and 20 points. Watley came home in second place. That's 17 points. And in third, it's Gerard Smith, number 12, on the RWJ's diesel-sponsored Honda. Anstey chasing him home in fourth on the ES. Well, Herring now takes his points tally up to 291. Jeremy Watley on 322. There's 31 points difference as Watley, well, thinks about what he needs to do in race 2. And what he does need to do is just stay safe, stay in the top 6 or 7. And he's going to be British champion for 19 at the end of this race. 25 minutes plus the 2 laps as they come down onto the line. Watley first, Herring second, Malin comes in third. Then it's James Dobb. There's Anstey going through as they line up. The 30-second board is up. 5-second board swings around. The gate will drop. It does. Looks like Anstey going for a drag down the hill again. He's got Watley on the inside. Will they get through that bit safely? It's Watley. The Action Workshop man leads. Watley, Anstey, Herring was in there. Banks, Smith. There's Bates, Hanson. Simpson is in there. Coyle is in there. That's young Ricky Priest. There's Dobby. Bad start for Dobb again. They come through. Russ Jarman has a problem with the side of the KTM and gets shoved up the rear end by Ryan Hunt on the Castrol Suzuki. Not very friendly as they tear away, but Watley has to stay at the front or somewhere near the front, but Herring's got there now. Robbie Herring, there's Anstey second, it's Wheeler third, there is Watley, Smith behind him, and Mark Banks it is indeed, number 14. Burgerman Banks, as they used to be called. Newly married Greg Hanson, 29, just went through. Well, there's Dobby, not having the best of days at the moment. The war horse himself, Willie Simpson, 21. Priest with the young pup Paul Malin right up beside him, but it's Herring looking for another 20 points on the Silkerline Honda. And the kind of form that Robbie Herring's been putting in recently, I think there's no reason why he shouldn't take those 20 points. But Watley just has to stay there. Third at the moment. That's enough to give him the championship. The tension must really be on him at the moment. The Watley fans around the circuit cheering him on. The atmosphere here at Foxhill's really electric at the moment. Hanson, 29, on the Kawasaki. There's Herring. Well, Harvey Beltram, Herring's mechanic. I don't know what he puts under that tank, but it really does make the bike go. Banks, 14. From Barry St Edmunds, son of a former all-time great rider. Batesy, Coyle, the Welshman. He's come on well at the end of the season. He's got the Honda well wound on, but he cannot seem to get up alongside that Yamaha at the moment. Over the jumps here, back with the leader. Herring it is, number 3. Favourite to take the number 1 plate in the 125 and 250 class this year. It looks like he'll be taking the 2 plate in this class, the open class. Watley down the hill after him. All Jeremy has to do is keep that bike running. Don't make a mistake and cross the checkered flag, and he's got the championship. Malin chasing Dobby, the 2 Derbyshire men sitting on each other's back doors. Here it is, Herring then that takes the win. But he doesn't take the championship, because the man that indeed does take the championship is up over the hill now. Jeremy Watley waves to the crowd, number 10. That'll be number 1 for 1992. Action Workshop, Jeremy Watley, the new British Open Class champion. And let's see what Jeremy had to say.
Beginning of the season was really easy. It was just like go out and ride, no pressure, because I wasn't expected to do anything, and even I didn't think I could get, you know, like number 1. I thought maybe top 5 and I'd be really happy with that. So it was no pressure. But then, unfortunately, about halfway through the year, I'm thinking, oh, David's been hurt and Kurt's out, and now it's like possible. And I started riding with pressure to myself, which I'm sure you've noticed over the last couple of rounds. Maybe not this round in particular, or maybe the last one, but Torrington and the one before a little bit edgy. I was really struggling. And I can't praise Julian Clark enough. He's the best manager I've ever had. He took a bit of a chance with me at the beginning of the year, wanted me to ride 500s, and I took a chance with him. And luckily, it's a lovely relationship. I think we've had maybe 1 mechanical breakdown, which wasn't due to Ian. I mean, it was a slight malfunction of the bike, which, you know, you can't take any credit away from the bike. The bikes were brilliant. They're production bikes, so what more can I say? I'm very, very pleased with the whole team setup.
Good year for Jeremy. How's it been for you too?
Brilliant, yeah. It's the best year ever, I think, this year. He's rode well. He's had a few bad problems, bad luck and everything with injury, but other than that, he's been riding really well. I'm really proud of him.
And this young lady here?
Yep, she's JD. She's 14 weeks old now. She went to watch him at the Grand Prix at Hawkstone when she was only 6 days old. So it's all in her blood already.
Well, we've never doubted Jeremy's talent, and this year's been a tremendous year for him.
Yes.
And let's hope he can go one better next.
Let's hope it's the world next year.
So thanks very much.
Okay, bye-bye.
John Osorio, a fantastic end to a marvellous season, capped today by winning the Open British Championship. Your feelings?
Oh, just delighted. It's something we aimed for, we dreamt for. We weren't sure we were going to do it, but we knew we had a chance. The whole team has been superb. Julian, Jeremy and Ian have worked together as one. There's been very, very little arguments or disagreements. Everybody's had their own job to do and got on with it, and I think the result shows.
Rob Herring, 500 British Championship out of the window. Can't be beaten for second place, but you can't do any more than the way you've ridden today, really.
No, I knew before the event started that all I could do was to come out and do my best. You know, if I won the day, then it all depends where Jeremy finishes. I had no I had no plans really on winning it because I knew, Jem was just too far ahead and he rides smart. So, I knew I'd finish second before the day even started. I couldn't be beaten for second before the day started, so I would have been either second or first, but I wasn't banking on first.
Right, there he is then, hat-trick man himself, 3 total wins today. On fight number 3, Robbie Herring.